Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you guys my entire collection of Disney Blu-rays. Now this is a video I've had a lot of requests to do, so now I'm just going to, go ahead and show you guys my Disney Blu-rays. I am including my Disney and Pixar Blu-rays in this video as well, but I'm going to show those off really quick because I actually made a more detailed video showing my Disney and Pixar collection of Blu-rays, so I'll just have a link down in the description for that if you want to see that one. But I will show them real quick here. Like in the Disney Pixar one, I opened up every single case to show the discs and everything. I'm not going to do that in this video because there's just so many of them. I think it would make the video way too long if I showed you guys what's inside every single one. So instead I'm just going to, kind of show you guys the slip covers and everything. So you guys will at least have an idea of what I have, and you can see the slip covers. The slip covers are what look the best anyways, so yeah, so for those of you who have requested this, I hope you enjoy it, and let's go. Alright, so here we go. Starting off with the Disney Pixar films, we have Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Monsters Incorporated, Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Cars, Ratatouille, WALL-E, Up, Toy Story 3, Cars 2, Brave, Monsters University, Inside Out, The Good Dinosaur, Finding Dory, The Pixar Short Films Collection, Volume 1, Pixar Short Films Collection, Volume 2, Cars Toon, Mater's Tall Tales, Toy Story of Terror, and finally, Toy Story That Time Forgot. Alright, so now we'll move into the actual Disney Blu-rays that are not associated with Pixar in any way. And they're kind of in order from oldest movies to the newest ones, but I know that a lot of them are, way out of order, but, they're roughly in that organization, I guess. I tried to do that as best as I could, but I'm kind of lazy to actually look up the actual dates for every single movie. But anyway, the first one is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and as you can see, I'm kind of weird for this title. I actually have both versions that have been released, so I got the older one and the newer one. The older one is superior in my opinion because it's a 2-disc Blu-ray collection, whereas this one just has one Blu-ray. I think they have omitted some of the bonus features in this. And I also like the cover on this one a bit better. It's just, there's more going on, and I just think it's a little bit better. But I don't know, I just decided to pick this up when it was new because even though I already had this one just looked nice, and I don't know. See, I haven't opened it, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I will ever open it. I may just end up selling it someday, and I don't know, but for now at least I have it for collector's purposes. And the same story kind of goes for Pinocchio. This is the older version, the 70th anniversary Platinum Edition. It looks very nice, but Pinocchio is coming out on Blu-ray again. It is being re-released, I think, in early January of 2017, and I am planning to pick up the new one, just, I don't know, I guess for the sake of collecting. And I may not open it because I already have this one, of course. So, but anyways, I'm not planning to do that with every single Disney movie. Just, I guess the first two, Snow White and Pinocchio. I don't know. We'll see how that goes, because Disney is starting to re-release a lot of their Blu-rays, it seems now. But anyways, moving along, Fantasia and Fantasia 2000. This is a pretty cool release. It's missing like the sticker that was on the front, because I actually found this one at a pawn shop, believe it or not, but it was in a really good condition with the slipcover and everything. The next one is the Beauty and the Beast 25th Anniversary Edition. So this is the most recent release. I missed out on the first release, which was in 3D, and was the more superior release, so I don't know, I just decided to pick this one up because it came out again. So yeah, I'm missing the first release. It would be cool to have it, but I'm not going to go on, and pay the ridiculous prices that they are, being sold for on eBay and things now that the older release is out of print, the older 3D release, but, so this is good enough. So yeah, that's Beauty and the Beast. The next one we have is Dumbo, the 70th anniversary edition, and the odd thing about Dumbo and what is it, Alice in Wonderland, they actually reissued these with new artwork on Disney Movie Club exclusively. So if you see, if you want to buy Dumbo on Disney Movie Club, you can get it with different artwork, which is kind of strange. I'm not sure why they did that, but this is the original release that was in stores everywhere. This next one is Bambi. So not a whole lot to say about this one, except I didn't grab Bambi 2 when it was in stores, but I don't know, that's okay, I guess. The next one up is Oliver and Company. This is one of my favorite Disney movies. Very happy that this is on Blu-ray, so yeah, this is a great movie. The next one, another good one, The Aristocats, special edition. And then another really great one, this is one that I watched when I was little, The Great Mouse Detective. It's kind of a, I don't know, it's sort of kind of an odd one, and I don't know, it's a little bit, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, it just seems kind of different, but it's really, I don't know, I just enjoy this movie a lot, The Great Mouse Detective. So yeah, this is a really cool Blu-ray release. The only thing is, unlike some of the other Blu-ray releases, the slipcover is not embossed or anything. It's just, you know, kind of plain, but that's okay. At least it came with a slipcover, that's always good. The next one, man, this is one of my favorite Disney movies, The Fox and the Hound, and then The Fox and the Hound 2, which I don't care too much for the second one, but the first one, absolute classic. I watched that one as a kid, so that's, you know, this is definitely one that I have to have in my collection. And slipcover looks very nice and shiny. Next up we have The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under 35th Anniversary Edition. Yeah, these are two, you know, there's a trend for all of these. I watched almost all of these when I was younger, of course, but, you know, so this is another one of those. But, you know, these are pretty good movies, and this, it's kind of a sort of rare case where the sequel actually is, you know, pretty good too, at least in my opinion. I like the sequel, you know, about just as much as the first one, but I'm sure a lot of other people will beg to differ. I'm not sure, but there it is anyways, the double pack of The Rescuers. And this next one might be my favorite Disney movie in my collection. It's hard, it's really hard though, because there's so many great ones, but 101 Dalmatians, man, this was, I know when I was a kid, this was my favorite Disney movie of all time. 101 Dalmatians, I don't know what it was about it, but just loved this movie, so very happy to have this. It's a diamond edition, and yeah, it's just really cool, and they did good with the artwork on the back and everything as well. And they also did release the sequel on Blu-ray. Not that I really care a whole lot about this one, but 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure is on Blu-ray. And there's the spine, and then here's the back. Alright, so moving right along here, we have The Jungle Book, Diamond Edition. This is a pretty cool release as well. I really enjoy this movie. And, yeah, this was one of those movies that they actually made a spin-off cartoon of, which was, I cannot remember the title of it, but it was on like Disney's One Saturday Morning and some other things. It was probably on Disney Channel, but I never had Disney Channel growing up, so I don't know. But I know they had a spin-off. Was it called Jungle Cubs or something? I can't remember, but something. I know it had like Baloo in it and a lot of the other characters from this movie, so yeah, that was pretty cool. It'd be cool if those got released on DVD, but anyways, at least we have the movie, The Jungle Book, and they also just made a live-action one, I believe, too, but I'm not too interested in that, so I won't be getting that, but the animated one is where it's at, so that's what I have. And the next one, of course, following it, is The Jungle Book 2. Hard to be as good as the first one, but I think the sequel is still pretty good. So there it is, nice embossed slipcover, as is the case with most of these. The next one is Lady and the Tramp, And this is one that I'd never really watched growing up too much. I kind of watched it, I don't know, early teenage years, or not even teenagers. I might have seen this for the first time when I was like 11 or 12 or something. I can't really remember. So I don't know. I never really cared too much for this one, but it's kind of just cool to have in the collection, I guess. So there is the back. You know, it's got a nice cover and everything too, so yeah, this is a cool one to have in the collection, as well as the sequel, Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure. And I actually do remember renting this one from the video store right when it came out, and I enjoyed this one quite a bit. This one is cool because it comes with a few Pluto cartoons. I think that's pretty, you know, that's a pretty cool bonus feature, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, it's just a cool bonus feature, but yeah, just like the first one, it's got a nice slipcover and everything. Moving along, we have the Lion King in 3D, the Diamond Edition. So there it is, with the lenticular slipcover and everything. There's the spine. Let's see the other spine. Looks about the same. And then the back. So there is that one. And then next up we have the two sequels, The Lion King 1.5, which I don't really watch these very much. I've put them in the player once, this one and the other one, Lion King 2, but I don't really, it's kind of something just more to have in the collection for collecting purposes. I don't really care too much for the sequels. I really like the original Lion King, but yeah, it's the sequels they don't do a whole lot for me, but it's really cool just to have them in the collection. So here they are. And there's the back. Now, like I think I mentioned earlier, Alice in Wonderland and Dumbo have been reissued on Blu-ray at the Disney, exclusively at the Disney Movie Club, and they have new artwork. This is the new one with the new artwork, so there is another one that has older artwork, which I actually do like a little bit better, but this is a title that I never picked up when it first came in the stores, so you can't get the older artwork style with the slipcover anymore if you try to find it new in the stores, so I decided to get this one. And it looks pretty good as well. It's, in my opinion, not as good as, you know, the slipcover doesn't look as good as the original one, but it still looks pretty nice. And it's curious why they did this, why they reissued it. I really don't understand why they felt like they needed to do that, but I don't know. I guess it's good for me because I was able to pick this up with the slipcover after missing it the initial time. So yeah, Alice in Wonderland. The next one is Aladdin, and this is another one that I never really watched as a kid, but I just was like, I'm gonna pick this up. I know I watched it once, but I never really, you know, like it was never a title I owned on VHS or anything, so but I had to pick this up on Blu-ray because it's just kind of one that you have to have in your collection if it's available, I feel like. So I picked it up and I watched it, and I'm like, you know, I really enjoyed it, so I'm really glad that I picked this up. And yeah, Aladdin's a great movie. The next one is Aladdin and the King of Thieves and the Return of Jafar, or is it no, it's Return of Jafar. The two-movie collection that was available exclusively on Disney Movie Club. I don't think this got released in stores ever, and so that might be the only way you can get it. I'm not sure, but yeah, I decided to pick this up to go along with the original Aladdin that I have, even though I'm not even sure if I've even watched these yet, to be honest. So not a whole lot to say about them, but yeah. And I guess the same goes for The Little Mermaid. I think I did watch this, but I don't really care too much for The Little Mermaid, I guess. It's not one that I watched as a kid too much, but I think I bought this on Disney Movie Club with a bunch of other titles that I ordered, so I got it for kind of a cheap price, and I'm like, you know, I'll just add it to the cart. So it's the 3D Diamond Edition. There it is, one of the Diamond Editions that doesn't come with a lenticular slip or anything, but it's okay. It's embossed and it looks nice. There's the back. So there's that. And this next one is The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad and Fun and Fancy Free. This is an interesting one because Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad got released by itself on Blu-ray, or you could buy this combo pack. I obviously prefer the combo pack because it has Fun and Fancy Free on it, so I don't know. It also comes with The Reluctant Dragon, so that's pretty neat. There it is. There's the back. Then the next one, Hercules, special edition. Kind of don't care too much for this one either. It's okay, I guess, but this is a title I got on Disney Movie Club, I think, for a cheap price, ordering it with a bunch of other titles. So it was one of those deals where if you buy one movie at regular club price, you get the rest of them for 60% off. So I think I only paid somewhere like $10 or $12 for this. Pretty cheap price, so it's cool to have in my collection just for that reason. Next up we have James and the Giant Peach Special Edition. This is another Disney Movie Club title that I don't need, but I have anyways, so there it is. It's got a nice looking slip cover. There's the spine and then the back. Next up we have Tarzan. This is a movie that I enjoy quite a bit. So there it is. And there is the back. I don't really have anything special to say about it. It's just, you know, a Blu-ray that I enjoy having. The next one is Mickey, Donald, and Goofy in The Three Musketeers on Blu-ray. This is a pretty cool title as well that I enjoy watching every now and then. So there it is. And next up we have Brother Bear and Brother Bear 2. Yeah, I've watched these like once each, I think, so not a whole lot to say about these, but, you know, just one to have in the collection, I guess. Pretty cool. Now this next one is one that I enjoy quite a bit. The Emperor's New Groove. I just think it's a hilarious movie, and I don't know, I enjoy watching it every time I get the chance. So then Kronk's New Groove is included in here as well. Pretty interesting sequel. Not as good as the original in my opinion, but man, I just really enjoy the original Emperor's New Groove. That was a really, really hilarious movie in my opinion. Next up we have Lilo and Stitch, the 2-movie collection. It has Lilo and Stitch, and I think it's just Stitch. Let's see. Or no, Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch. So, I don't care too much about the sequel, but I like the first movie. The first movie is great. Very original, you know, really cool, unique idea for a movie, so I enjoyed that quite a bit. Lilo and Stitch is a great movie. Alright, so moving right along here. This next one is Home on the Range on Blu-ray, and as you can kind of see, my movies are semi-organized from oldest to newest, starting with, you know, the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and we're getting up into the newer ones. Not in perfect order, but just kind of generally oldest to newest. But Home on the Range is one that I got free from Disney Movie Rewards. So if it wouldn't have, you know, if I wouldn't have received it for free, I probably wouldn't have it in my collection at all, because it's not, you know, it's not like super, it's not that great of a movie, but, you know, it's free. So of course I'm going to take it. I'm going to have it in my collection. So there it is. Next up we have the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. This is, well, like it says, the original classic, and it is definitely a classic. Yeah, just great. You know, this is a really good one. It's got, I think it has like 3 different kind of short episodes of Winnie the Pooh, something like that. Haven't watched this in a while, so it's hard for me to remember, but, you know, I know they're all older ones, and they're all, you know, they're just classic Winnie the Pooh. That's about all I can say about it, so pretty cool that this got released on Blu-ray. Next up is a kind of a newer one, the Tigger movie. I think I remember watching this in a hotel or something, kind of when it came out, like doing the pay-per-view, and it was so expensive, but it was worth it just because it was like new at the time. So I don't know, so it's an okay movie. Nothing real special for me, but it's just something kind of cool to have in the collection, I guess, the Tigger movie. And then this next one is just Winnie the Pooh. This is one of the most recent remakes of Winnie the Pooh, I guess. So I think that I got this on Disney Movie Club for free as well. So it's another one where I think I probably would have ended up purchasing this anyways, but I ended up getting it for free from Disney Movie Rewards is what I got it for free from, so that's why I have it. So yeah, it's hard to beat free. So that's Winnie the Pooh. And next up we have Planes, and this is one I never thought I would ever have in my collection, but I did buy the Planes Fire and Rescue Blu-ray at Walmart on Black Friday, several years ago, and I enjoyed that one, and so I'm like, alright, I'm going to get the first one too, and this was another one that I got from Disney Movie Rewards, and I was so surprised when it came with the slipcover. It's not in perfect condition or anything, but it's the 3D copy, and I got this for free, so again, it's hard to beat free, and yeah, pretty cool movie. And so, as you can probably expect, the next one is Planes, Fire, and Rescue, and you can see the promo sticker. I got that one at Walmart on Black Friday a few years ago. I should take that sticker off, but I won't. There's a look at the back. Then the next one I have is Tangled 3D. It's, this one and Frozen and some of the other ones are kind of movies that are, more geared for girls, I guess. So I've watched this once. It's okay, but it's nothing that I really care to watch like over and over again. Trying to remember where I got this. I have a slight feeling I got this on Disney Movie Rewards as well, but I don't think so. I must have bought this. Maybe I bought it on Disney Movie Club with a bulk order of movies. I can't remember, but yeah, this is the 3D one. Lenticular slipcover. Looks pretty nice, and yeah, there's the back. Now this next one here is one of my absolute favorite modern Disney animated movies, Wreck-It Ralph. I just think this was this is on par with a lot of the Disney Pixar ones as far as originality and just, coming up with really cool, out of the box kind of storylines, and just, I don't know. I just think this is an excellent, well done Disney movie. So this one is highly recommended. It's the 3D Blu-ray Ultimate Collector's Edition. Yeah, I would highly recommend this one to anybody. I just think this is a great movie. So there's a look at the back. And then the next one I have, because it was hyped so much, Frozen, and I honestly don't really like this movie that much. It's I remember watching the original trailer for this back when, right before it got released in the theaters and everything, and I think it had more. It made me think that it was going to be more about this snowman and this reindeer or whatever characters. I don't even remember their names because I watched this once and then I was like, this movie is for girls, pretty much, and I don't really like it that much. But so it was a blind buy for me when I bought it, and then I watched it and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I need to watch this again, but of course I'm going to keep it in my collection because I already have it. But yeah, that original trailer was what made me want to buy it, and it was kind of misleading because I don't know, I thought it was going to be kind of like sort of like a House of Mouse sort of cartoon where, it was sort of slapstick comedy between these two characters, and it turned out to be nothing. They played a pretty minimal role as compared to the Elsa and Anna and everything that went on. So yeah, this one is overrated in my opinion, but I don't know. I have it in my collection anyways. At least it looks nice and shiny with the slipcover. This next one up is a pretty cool idea as well. Sort of on par with Wreck-It Ralph in my opinion, but I don't like it quite as much. But I still think it's pretty cool. Is Big Hero 6. the collector's edition. This is just the regular release. I know they had a bunch of different releases for this, like Best Buy and Target exclusive things. Might have had steel books and different covers and things, but I just got the regular edition. So there it is. This next one up is Zootopia, the 3D Blu-ray, and I still haven't had a chance to watch this. I watched the first 10 minutes, and then I just didn't have a chance to watch the rest, so I'm going to get around to watching this at some point. It's got the lenticular slipcover, and I've heard it's pretty good, so I am looking forward to eventually, you know, watching the whole thing. And here's a look at the back. Then this next one up here is the Walt Disney Short Films collection, so a similar release as, you know, the Disney Pixar short film collections on Blu-ray, except that these ones are not Pixar in any way, but certainly they are CGI, so it's the same sort of feel for the most part, just different short films, and it has 12 of them on here. I have different feelings about all of them, but overall I think it's a pretty cool release. I really like some of these, and then there are others that I don't really care for at all. But just in general, it's a pretty cool release. So that's the short films collection there. Next up is this title that I got at a pawn shop for $3 and still haven't had a chance to watch. Kind of a random one, but Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. One of the rare live-action Disney movies that I have. I don't have too many of them, at least not on Blu-ray. But here's the back. Next up we have my Studio Ghibli collection, and I'm by no means like a super big anime fan. I just have a small sampling of these. So Castle in the Sky, the next one is My Neighbor Totoro, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of these. I don't watch them enough, I guess. I just, you know, like I said, I just have a few samples of these because they are really creative movies. It's amazing how, you know, just watching these and comparing these to American animation, it's not only is the animation different, but just the storylines and the way that the you know, the creators envision creating these stories and everything is just so much different, and it's so unique. So that's why there's a few of them that I just kind of had to have in my collection here. So that's why I have about 5 of them. The next one is Kiki's Delivery Service. There it is. It's got pretty cool artwork with the cityscape in the background. I think that's pretty neat. And there's the back. And then this next one is Ponyo, which this is the reason why I started kind of getting into anime and these Studio Ghibli films a little bit in the first place, because what happened was, I remember, you know, many years ago actually now, I bought Cars on Blu-ray at a pawn shop, and then I brought it, you know, I looked inside it, and it actually it also had the Ponyo disc inside of it for some reason, so I ended up getting that included in it just, you know, for free, basically. And then I watched it because I had it, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. So, well, me being the collector I am, if I want to have a movie, I also have to have all the artwork, so I repurchased it, and here it is. And yeah, this is a really cool film. I just really enjoyed this a lot. So, there it is. Getting down to the last ones in my collection here, this last Studio Ghibli that I have is The Wind Rises. This is probably my least favorite of all of them, but anyways, I just decided to buy it. So there's the back artwork. And then these last ones are the Disney Movie Club exclusive titles that they haven't released anywhere else. So this is one of my favorites, Old Yeller. And yeah, like, you know, like it says here, Disney Blu-ray exclusive from Disney Movie Club. So it's got this, you know, Disney Movie Club yellow border like they've done for a lot of the DVDs that are Disney Movie Club exclusives. So of course you can get this on DVD anywhere, and it also comes with Savage Sam on DVD as well. But, you know, it's nice to have this on Blu-ray, so Disney Movie Club is the place to get that if you want it. And, yeah, there's a look at the back. It's neat that it comes with the slipcover. Not all of the Disney Movie Club exclusives come with that. An example being the Swiss Family Robinson. And this is another one that I enjoy quite a bit. It has a lot of the same actors and actresses as Old Yeller, actually. There's a spine and then the back. So they decided not to do slipcovers for all of the, you know, they only did it for a few of the exclusives that they're putting out on Blu-ray. So I might actually get a few more of these eventually down the line as well. So some more of those Disney Movie Club exclusives. Then here we are at the last one in my collection, and this is last because it's you know, it's just a regular release, and to the best of my knowledge, it never had a slipcover with it, so it goes at the end of my collection, I guess, because all the other ones I have slipcovers. This one is Enchanted, and it's kind of a girls' movie, but it also is, I don't know, it's kind of a unique concept, and I kind of enjoy it. I've seen it on TV and everything. I think I saw it on, like, I don't know, ABC or something, and I was like, this is, you know, it's not like a movie that I should like, but I like it anyways, so I'm gonna buy it. And I bought this for really cheap somewhere, I think. So yeah, I don't know, it's kind of cool to have in my collection. And Enchanted. Well, I was about to end this video, and then I realized after making it and doing the whole outro thing with the thanks for watching my videos and see you in the next video bit that I guess I've got into the habit of doing, that I actually forgot quite a few titles, and that is my collection of holiday, mostly Christmas, but also The Nightmare Before Christmas, so my holiday Disney Blu-rays. So I'm going to show you guys those quick, and then also my homemade ones, which are at the bottom here. Can't forget about those. So yeah, here are my holiday Disney Blu-rays. The first one here is The Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton, and this is the 3D one. So there it is. I know there have been I think a few different releases of this, but this is the 3D version, so this is the very first release of this, I believe. And there's the spine and then the back. So there is that one, and then the next one up is the Santa Claus collection. This is a really cool collection with all 3 of the Santa Claus movies inside. So this is my one Disney box set, I guess. Yeah, I guess there aren't too many of those for Blu-rays as far as I'm aware. And I guess I'll show you the artwork for each one. There's the first disc and the back of the second disc. This is kind of awkward, but we'll make do. There's the second disc, and then the third disc. And there's the front, and put them all back. Alright, then the next one is Mickey's Christmas Carol, the 30th Anniversary Edition. Pretty cool release, except for that they kind of cropped it into widescreen. I'm sure there's a lot of complaints that have, you know, that can be made about that. I won't get into that in this video, but it does have a lot of cool bonus episodes and things like that, so overall, you know, it's an okay release at the very least. So there's that. And this is probably my very favorite, you know, Disney holiday DVD, the Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas and Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. I think both movies are just awesome. You know, really cool holiday movies, Christmas movies, whatever. And, you know, especially the first one, that one's, you know, the first one, that one's the classic. But then even Twice Upon a Christmas, you know, even though it's a sequel, and usually sequels aren't as good, that one was just, you know, in my opinion, almost as good as the first, because it was, you know, they had all new stories, and they did the CGI animation thing, which, you know, so it was a little bit different, you know, made it more, you know, a little more unique compared to the first one, and they just really did a good job on the second one. So both movies are really good. I think this is my favorite, you know, Christmas or holiday Blu-ray from Disney, you know, for sure. The next one is Winnie the Pooh, A Very Merry Pooh Year. I don't watch this one super often, but it's a cool one to have in the collection. It's got the Christmas episode of Winnie the Pooh, and then also the end of it is more themed towards New Year's. So, you know, if I ever watch this one, it's usually one that I watch after Christmas but before New Year's, something like that, because it's kind of one that's in between the holidays. So that's when I usually watch this one, if I watch it. I don't watch it every year, though. Next one is Prep and Landing, and Prep and Landing, Naughty vs. Nice. This isn't like one that I watch every year either, but it's still pretty good. I know I've watched the first one a couple times at least, and I enjoy that very much. Second one's okay as well, but you know, it's one that I don't really need to have in my collection because I don't like these you know, a ton. Like I said, I don't watch them every year, but I do like collecting holiday movies and just in general. So this is one, you know, why not have it in the collection? I think when it was in stores, it was fairly cheap as well. And you know, I haven't seen this in stores in recent years, so I don't know if this is out of print or whatever the story is with this one. Maybe it's just not, you know, widely released in the stores anymore. I'm not real sure. But the last, you know, official Disney Blu-ray that I have here to show you guys is A Christmas Carol. This is the 3D version, slipcover that I bought on eBay, but the Blu-ray itself I got on Disney Movie Rewards for free. So that explains why the slipcover isn't all that good. I had to buy that one separately because when I got it from Disney Movie Rewards, they did not give the slipcover with it. So I hunted one down and found one on eBay for a reasonable price. So yeah, there it is. Got the lenticular slipcover with it. And then these last ones are, you know, I think I showed this. Actually, I know I showed these in another video specifically. You know, because people had asked about these. But these are my homemade Disney Blu-rays, and they're based on about 20 VHS tapes that I've recorded of all of these old, you know, Toon Disney sort of shows, Disney's One Saturday Morning sort of era cartoons, and also some older ones like DuckTales and Goof Troop. That I recorded when I was very young. I was in middle school, you know, just starting middle school, and I had a VCR, and I just really liked watching all these shows. And the reason that I recorded the VHS tapes was because I had cable TV just for a summer, but the way it worked with having cable TV in my household is we would have it just for a little while, and then, you know, it ended up costing too much money, so we had to get rid of it. So I never knew how long, you know, we were going to have that. So I was like, well, I can kind of have it forever if I just record my favorite episodes onto VHS, right? And so that's what I did. And you know, for one summer, I recorded a whole bunch of them onto VHS tapes. And, you know, to this day, I'm glad I did. Because, you know, like you can see here, I got Lloyd in Space and Recess and House and Mouse. And these shows, to this day, have not seen any widespread DVD releases or anything. And they're not available even on digital download. They're really hard to find unless you download them illegally somewhere on the internet or whatever. So to this day, and I never thought I would, you know, be happy that I recorded them, because I kind of spent a lot of time on it during the summer, that summer when I could have spent my time doing other activities, but I don't know, I'm still glad I did it. It was a cool thing, and then eventually, several years down the line, I decided I'm going to make these into Blu-rays, because obviously Blu-rays can hold more than DVDs, so I made these 20 or so, maybe 22 or 23 VHS tapes into 15 Blu-rays, and you know, it turned out like this, and I made these little inserts for each of them, and it has episode lists for each disc, and I showed this in another video, so I really shouldn't go into too much detail, but anyways, I'm certainly glad that I have these. I also have just the digital copies on a hard drive of mine too, and I actually watch those more often than the Blu-rays because the quality's just a little bit better. I'm not an expert at making, you know, homemade Blu-rays and how to compress the files and everything efficiently. So these the file sizes ended up being pretty large, probably larger than they needed to be, and the quality still isn't that great. But I don't know, still pretty cool. And I worked real hard to make this artwork in Photoshop and everything too, and it turned out really cool. So just, you know, something fun to have in my collection. So there's 3 different 5-disc collections of these that I made, and there they are. So I especially, you know, kind of felt like I did a good job making these little character things on the bottom here. So there's Max, and on this one it was T.J. Detweiler. Yeah, and there's the back of that one. And then this one has Lloyd from Lloyd in Space. So, yeah, that's the discs 11 through 15 there. And, yeah, so, anyways, those are my homemade ones. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video showing you my entire Disney Blu-ray collection. So, I guess, by default, I know that people are going to ask now that I made a complete Disney Blu-ray collection, make a complete Disney DVD collection. So I guess that's going to have to be one that I put on my backlog of things to do. So don't, you know, you guys can leave me comments if you want, you know, suggesting that I do that. Actually, that would be, you know, pretty cool if you did that. If you want to see that, I'll probably have that on my list of things that I got to get done further down the line. So I know if, you know, if there are people who have suggested to see a Blu-ray collection, there, you know, there are, logic tells me there will probably be people who are going to suggest that they want to see a complete DVD collection as well. And I think I actually have more DVDs than I do Blu-rays, or if not, it's really close. So, but anyways, this video has gone on way too long. So I hope you guys don't, you know, I hope you guys, a few of you stuck it out through the whole thing. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.